Yeah, this may be coming from the bottom of my heart, but this is some experience I had in life. So when I was growing up, I was always the quote unquote black sheep, the one that everybody hated, the one that I didn't get along with everybody. I was just not the same as the rest, and I was always look at bad whenever I was in school. I had the mental health issues. I'm not gonna lie, and I also dealt with depression and stuff. But whenever I try to tell somebody that I was done with that type of stuff, they didn't want to believe me or anything. So they were like, "Well, whoopie doopie do this, whoopie doopie do that." I'm like, no, no. So what happened was I used to deal with lots of psychosis and stuff, and used to hear voices in my head. I used to come home every single day talking about the computer told me to kill something or shit like that. And all they did was keep on putting me on medicine and medicine. Now I'm not saying here and saying that, oh, I'm not gonna before I say this, but I'm not gonna sit here and tell you guys, oh, don't take your medicine, this, that, and the third. I'm gonna say medicine works, but for some people, medicine don't always work for everybody. Body. Like if it works for you, cool. But sometimes it don't work for everybody. Just keep that in mind. And that's sadly with me. It doesn't don't work all the time with me. So I was forced upon to take medicine. I was taking Risperdal. I was taking Ritalin. I was taking a bunch of psychotic drugs. I'm not gonna lie, Ritalin and shit fucked me over. Always put don't fuck me over. Lots of medicine fuck up lots of things about my life. And I wish I can go back and curse out everybody who fucking forced me to take them pills. And I wish I could do some things that I'm not gonna say now. But I learned how to live and walk past walk past that and look up high. I know that yeah, some things happen in my life that I couldn't force, but now I look back at it, I'm like, you know what, F them people, I'm doing better now. Now, I was saying that because when I was going through this, I was bullied. I was always getting called psychotic. But the reason why I was getting called psychotic and I felt like I felt like I was so trapped that I was willing to. I was thinking about suicide at the age, I want to say 7, 8, 9. Imagine an 8, 9, 10-year old kid thinking about suicide at a young age. And you keep on telling your family that you got this down the door, but they don't want to believe you or anything. I felt like I was in between a rock and a hard place. Like there was nothing in the world that could help me out. Now, this was during the time. Later on, I found out about. Let's keep. Later on, I figure out about Juice WRLD, and Juice WRLD helped me realize that I wasn't alone and stuff. I was probably like around, I want to say, uh, 11, 12 years old, if I'm not mistaken. I probably was like 11, 12 when I figured out about Juice WRLD. Maybe not 15, but 15 was around the time I figured out about Juice WRLD, but I wasn't really into heavy music. But then I really got deep up into his music and really getting into it when I was 15 because obviously, I ended up going to jail. I ended up going to a bunch of psych wards at the time where I couldn't listen to music up in there. So yeah, that would happen. I was going to group homes. I was going to jail, and I was going downhill. Everything just started going downhill afterwards. I listened to him, so I listened to him on a regular basis, and then everything just started going downhill, and I just didn't know where to go. While I was in jail, I was thinking about suicide. I was thinking about everything. Everything was just coming down on me, and then I was stuck in a rock and hard place. There was nothing else. Later on, at this group home, I was at this special group home. Now I'm only talking about this group home specifically, because this is where everything that I did came to a want to say not a conclusion, but it built my story to where I was now. Now at this group home, I'm not going to disclose the location, but this is where, if y'all know me, this is where I met my manager at. Shout out to Ralph Floyd. Now, Ralph Floyd, Ralph Floyd was not my manager at the time. We just barely meeting each other. I didn't know who he was. Like, I met this nigga. Like, we was in two separate houses at first, and then afterwards, I got forced to switch over to his house, and then me and him started hanging out. And, like, it was just a crazy coincidence. So I'm so glad that the manager let me switch houses to be with Floyd, and that's how me and him became even closer. And I used to talk to him every single time. Me and him used to chat. I'm probably the only person from the group home days that he so talk to type shit, right? But during that time, I was still doing bad. I was still doing pics at Asian people. I literally have a song. I literally have a song called "Back in the Day" with Ralph Lauren. If y'all haven't heard it, go listen to it. It talks about how it's just basically talks about my group home days with me and Ralph Lauren and how I was doing pics at Asians and stuff. And he will tell you himself, I was literally doing pics at Asian people. But I'm like, fuck. I was also cutting myself. I was also doing this, that, and the third. I was so traumatized and so distinct that I didn't give a fuck about anything. I used to go up inside the group home and spark a black and white on top of the stove. I didn't give no fucks giving. I was like, nigga, I'm nigga, I don't give a fuck, nigga, spark a black and white, nigga, and just smoke in the house, nigga. I was literally being a blunt inside the house, nigga, and smoke up in the house. I don't give two fucks about that shit. That just was the type of timing I was on. I was going to do something so mentally distressed that I didn't give a fuck about nothing. That wasn't until back in 2021, I started making content. I started doing this, that, and the third. And my last time I can say was ever going back to juvenile hall was back in 2019, COVID year. Yes. Now, back in 2020, now back in 2021, I said I'm mature. Yes, I'm mature. In 2021, I was what? I was 16 years old. Still trying to figure out what to do in life. And I just started making content. I started making music. That's when I started making music beforehand because I was making music inside a group home. So Fluffo gave me into that. But me and him was doing our things separately. We was far apart from each other, but we made it work. And I felt like if it wasn't for Floyd and people that was with him, I would not be where I am today. Yes, I still struggle going through battles. Yes, I still struggle going through suicide, depression. I'll be going through that shit every single day. But knowing that I have a strong support system of people that I can talk to and will help me get stuff off of mind is wonderful. If you have something or someone that you love, even when the world is so dark that you do not have nothing whatsoever like I have in my whole entire life story, please find that one thing to hold on to, deal life it. Like, make that a one priority to keep pushing inside this world, even though that the world is so dark and so cold. It helping me out this song and made me realize that there's way more to this life than dark. It made me realize that I can battle my demons. It made me realize I can do this, that, and third. This is my story. I hope you guys could relate. I hope you guys could. I don't even know what to say. Like, I just hope you guys could relate. I just hope you guys could see the truth, the pain, the trauma, and all the struggles I came through as an mentally challenged person. I'm gonna put it that way. But anyway, it's been over. Peace, Second Juno. Just over here telling you guys my story. Let me know what y'all think, and let me know if this helps you out and will help you move. And if there are any questions I have, just let me know what y'all think down below. I'll be reading the comments.